Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live Show. Great to have you with us on this beautiful Wednesday, the 24th day of April, the year 2019. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Yes, thank you very much. As always, coming alive and at you from the busy streets, which is Brooklyn, New York. As I chat to you what is going on in the world of sports, we have plenty to digest from last night, especially a great night for sports. Hockey, baseball, the local baseball team, the Mets and the Yankees. But let's start off with the game. Let's start off with the game of the year. As far as the NBA playoff game of the year, as the Blazers eliminated the Oklahoma City Thunder. Plenty to, like I mentioned before, plenty to digest. But a couple of things, a million things to say. First things first. Obviously, what a hell of a shot. What a hell of a shot. I tell you. And you know what? Damian Lillard. First things first, what a redemption for the Portland Trailblazers. Look where the Portland Trailblazers was at last year. They was eliminated from the playoffs. They were swept by the Golden State Warriors a year ago. Another year, they were swept by the Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans when they was the 3 seed. Now they took down the OKC the same way they took down the Houston Rockets a couple of years back before the Rockets became the shooting machine, you know. And the Blazers are a hell of a team. The Blazers are a really good team, really solid team. And I think this is the time. I don't know about you folks, but this is the time. They could get it. They could get to the finals. I believe they could get to the finals. If they continue to play the way they play right now, look out. The Portland Trailblazers, hear me loud and clear, will be a force to be reckoned with in the Western Conference Finals and give fits to the Golden State Warriors. And it's going to be the Blazers are going to be a tough out, you know. They finished the game, I believe, on a 22-6 run. Down the stretch, under 2 minutes to go, and they was down 15 to down by as many. It was down as many as 15 points, and to come back the way they did was really, really impressed. I'm really impressed because at that point, everybody who watched the game thought this game was over. Let's be honest, we thought this game was over for a second. And Westbrook and Paul George, I'll get to them we'll discuss them we'll discuss them momentarily. The Blazers, they took what the defense give them, and they made shots. You know, they shot both teams finished the game with 47 over in the 40s, the field goal percentage. They both finished with 40%. So it's a kudos to them and a kudos to Portland because this game would have been over, I don't know, by 2 minutes or something like that. But to come back the way they did, and Damian Lillard, what else you can say about him? What can you say about him? You know, more superior. He's more superior. He could make great shots. When Damian Lillard and CJ McCutcheon is on their game, the Blazers, as I said before, will be a tough out. Not to mention, they got a very good supporting cast. They got Cantor who can rebound and score. And they also got a big man, but he's injured. So the Blazers are going to be out. Now, as Oklahoma City Thunder is concerned. Paul George, I listened to the press conference. He said it was a bad shot. It is what it is. He's right. If Damian Lillard missed that shot, that's a bad shot. But he made it. It's not a bad shot. Having said that, you gotta play better defense than that. You're the defense player of the year, and that was an atrocious defense. You were at least 5 inches away from Damian Lillard. I know you can't play illegal defense, you can't get in his face like that, but you got to play better defense than that. And first thing, and the second thing, good job by the coach from Portland for not calling the timeout right there and leave the ball in Damian's hands, because I remember he was Terry Scott, the head coach of the Blazers, was saying go. Because he's seen it before. He's seen what Lillard could do. He just say go ahead, and good job not calling the timeout right there. And kudos. Now back to Paul George. He gotta do a better job defensively, or take the ball out of Damian Lillard's hands, or CJ McCutcheon. Because with Portland, you cannot let your best player beat you like that. And that was a bad job on George's part and Westbrook part. Matter of fact, though, mostly on Paul George, because Paul George was the defensive player of the year at one point. And you was 3 inches or 3 to 5 inches. I would say 5 inches might be long, but 3 inches, and you let Damian Lillard shot you like that, and you put your hands up late. Remember that same spot where Lillard shot the ball. He shot it the same area before that. So you would think that Paul George would have put a little bit more hands. Well, if he put a little bit more hands, if he would have played much better defense, Paul George, and Lillard still make the shot anyway, you know what? You tip your hat to him. You know? But everybody who watched the game just say it was a bad defense. It was a good defense. No, it wasn't. I see bad defense, and that was putrid. That was bad. Well, putrid is not the word, but it was still not a good defense by OKC. Speaking of, while we staying with OKC, I don't want to hear about Westbrook anymore. I don't want to hear about Russell Westbrook. I don't want to hear about his triple-doubles, how much triple-doubles he gets. This and that and the third. We get oohs and ahs. About his triple-doubles. I don't want to hear that anymore. This is the third time since the Warriors, since they led 3-1 in the 2016 Western Conference Finals against these Golden State Warriors, that they was out in the first round. Out in the first round. The Rockets 3 years later. The Rockets, Jazz, and now the Blazers. You was MVP Russell Westbrook. Even though it doesn't take away the fact that he's a hell of a player. He's a hell of a player. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, I don't want to hear about let's not get Google Gaga over his triple doubles anymore. Because I hear other sports pioneers said this, and you know what? They're 100% correct. This stuff don't win your ball games. Matter of fact, it doesn't win you championships. And So, and for with that, even though Westbrook had a great game, I don't want to hear about Westbrook anymore. I don't want to hear about the triple doubles anymore. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to be impressed anymore. Because you are the face of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and it's time to get it done. Now, as far as Billy Donovan, I want to fire him. I wouldn't. But something got to give. I can't blame. It's very tough to. It's very tough to put the loss on. It's not just Billy Donovan. It's the whole team. Should be a dagger. You was leading by 15 points. It was a little back and forth in the first half, but in the second half, y'all had this game won. And how you let this game slip away? Simple. But one thing that I didn't think nobody touched on, but I might touch on. One thing OKC has to learn. They have to learn how to finish closing games. Outside, yes, they lost 15. They lost 16. They have 16 losses on the play. Despite the fact they have 16 losses on the road. Yes, this is their third time. This is their third year getting bounced at the first round. Despite all that, the one thing they got to start doing is as long with to finish games, because that's been the problem with OKC since 2016. They don't finish. They don't know how to close out games. And this type of game, they should have closed. This type of game, you should have closed. You was leading by 15 points. It may not be a big deficit, but still, you got to close that game out. And most importantly, you got to make your free throws. You got to make the shots when you need to, and stop relying on these damn threes. Sometimes you gotta score for the pay, or you can't. And another thing, and another thing, you cannot give up layups. You have two guys from the Blazers who could get their shots off, and they could they could score, that could do layups more than probably anybody in the NBA. Damian Lillard and CJ McCutcheon. Oh, and I forgot to mention, they got out-rebounded by Cantor. You can't. Those things cannot happen. Those things cannot happen, especially in an elimination game. So that's what OKC, for me, they need to start doing. They need to start focusing on to next year. And that's to close out games. Not just close out games, but to finish. What I mean by finish, they have to learn to put teams away. Because that's why the Warriors came back from 3-1 deficit, and way too many times. Not just, I want to say, Westbrook spit the bid. The whole team, even Paul George, spit the bid. So that's the way I see it, you know. And now looking ahead, I know game 6 is tomorrow between the Spurs and the Nuggets.